Once you leave me in the, I'm not gonna spend my good night. I came out with you to have a good night. So if you had a bad night, you went home. My goals is still the same. I'm trying to. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but if you fucking with a girl and it's like 2 months or 4 months in, and y'all already arguing and she's leaving you in the middle of the street, she done lost respect for you, bro. You need to venture off to somewhere else. Because if a girl really cares about you, right, she will never put you in a position to be hurt. Mind you, she has no power to protect you, but her delusion of her being with you will keep you safe should show you that she actually cares. But I had a conversation with this fellow just now, right here, which is what made me put this camera up. My dude is out here punching bags and walls and shit, and I'm asking him like, hey, what's up, bro? What happened? And he's telling me, yeah, man, my girl just left me in the middle of the street. I said, in the middle of the street? He's like, no, at the bar. And I was at the bar, and she just left me here. And I'm like, Gango, so what's happening? He's like, yeah, man, I'm just, she called me an Uber and everything. I was about to take the Uber, and I said, you about to take the Uber, bro? You're about to make leaving you in the street something okay to do? Because after you let it slide one time, they will test it and test it and test it again. You know us, we logical. We ain't gonna do it again after we learned. Or even if we do it again, we're gonna find a sneakier way to do it. But they will f*** you up. This man is by himself in the middle of the street, and she's willing to pay $80 to get him back in the house. Why? Why? Because you think that you left the fly nigga outside in the bar, that he might get buns, and you don't want that, so you might as well hit me up and tell me come to the Bribbo. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna come to the Bribbo. I'm going to mine. I'm laying down, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, if that. Because if you can't respect me 2 months, 4 months in, 2 months, 4 months in, bro, we should be doing freaky shit as much as we can. I should be beating it up on the train. I should be like doing strange stuff to you in quiet places because you're asking me to, instead of arguing and fighting and bickering with your ass. This is what I'm talking about. Please, fellas, if she leave you in the street, that's where she wants to leave you. She doesn't know how to do it without keeping you on her roster. That's it. You need to remain on the roster. I can't kick you off because you ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm just using and abusing you. How can I keep you on the roster? Got you. I'm gonna apologize. And then go to therapy, which I think therapy is a whole of shit. Because if you can't come to the idea that what you're doing is hurting somebody, then you're a fucking maniac. If you can't realize that what you're doing is harming somebody, like you can't come to the idea like, yo, let me stop this shit. It's hurting somebody. You're a maniac. So if you can leave me in the street, bitch, you can stay by yourself. Because I know you can't do nothing to protect me, but just the simple fact that you think after we argue, like, instead of you leaving, you stay right there because you think that you being there is safer. Nigga, that's a W, bro. That's a W. Always, that's a W. So, please, fellas, respect yourself. If she leave you in the fucking street, especially if she leave you in the bar, you gave me a hall pass, you heard? That's a hall pass. Once you leave me in the... I'm not gonna spend my good night. I came out with you to have a good night. So if you had a bad night, you went home, my goals is still the same. I'm trying to... So, like, you feel me? So, fellas, please respect yourself. Get clean. Do a manicure, do a pedicure. And if your girl leave you in the middle of the street, in the city, and then calls you like a little chump ass to hop in an Uber, and you go.